151 Pokemon that need new types. Right, picture this, okay? Imagine it, right? Maractus is now ground type. Boom. What do we think, guys? What are we thinking? I don't know if that would help him. I just like Maractus. I just want Maractus to have like something. It's not going to get a new form. I know that for sure. It's not going to get a Mega Evolution. Maybe it'll get a regular evolution. Just give it something. Just give it a bit more stats. I just love Maractus.
I found 151 Pokemon that would make a lot of sense with a new or additional.
It might be too good.
Charizard could have the dragon type, and in fact, sometimes does. I don't think I need to elaborate on this one. Ekans and Arbok could gain the dark type.
Ooh, okay, I'm gonna try and picture what this would be like if these Pokemon had those types. This would be sick for Arbok because it would make it immune to Psychic, one of its big weaknesses. It would give it Stab, Sucker Punch. That would be absolutely fantastic. If you think about Drapion, right? Drapion's type is Poison Dark. So if it had the same type, like it wouldn't have the same stats, but it would definitely be a little bit more unique as well. I think Stab, Sucker Punch would change the game for Arbok. I'm a big Arbok enjoyer, so I think this would be sick.
Arbok in particular is vengeful and utilizes fear as a combat technique. Plus then we'd actually have Kanto Dark types.
Oh, true. Yeah, I guess that has. I mean, you could say there's like a Kanto Dark type because there's like the Alolan Ragcabe. It's, you know, it's Gen 1, but it's not Kanto. How does Arbok punch? Well, a Sucker Punch is like a hit that you're not expecting. It's like a sneak attack, right? So it's not so much a punch as it is just like a sneaky deaky thing you're not expecting. Do you think Dragon Bug Flygon's gonna be on this? I honestly think that Dragon Bug Flygon might be a little bit of a downgrade. Like, I know it wouldn't be quad weak to ice anymore, but I don't know if it would really help it necessarily. I feel like Dragon Ground is a really good typing, apart from the obvious ice type problem.
Cleffa, Clefairy, and Clefable could be normal types since they were for many years. So technically not like a new type, but what's old is new again.
Hey, that would actually be sick as well. Normal Fairy's a really good type. It would be the same as Wigglytuff. I always thought that Wigglytuff's type was really good, but it can't like take advantage of it because it's a stupid idiot Wigglytuff. But Clefable is way better than Wigglytuff. It's got Magic Guard. It's got setup. It's got support. I think Normal Fairy would be a big increase for it. It would make it neutral for fighting, but it would make it immune to Ghost. It would give it a lot more stab potential too. Like, the video is not so much what would help them, but more what they should have. No, I know. I'm trying to like picture in my head what these Pokemon would be like though.
Low-rise jeans. I think I'm very out of touch with the fashion world. Ninetales has several secondary types that could work. Fairy because it's a Alolan form has it.
Yeah, Fire Fairy would be really good.
Psychic because it has mystical powers and even utilizes mind control and
has extrasensory too.
My personal favorite though is Ghost.
Ghost? Okay, I did not consider Ghost.
Because it lives for 1,000 years, is said to be 9 reincarnated saints, and vengefully inflicts curses on those who touch its tails.
What? A 1,000-year curse? A curse on your entire family lineage just because you wanted to touch the tail? I'm sorry, it's big and fluffy. If it was not meant to be cuddled, why cuddle-shaped? Think about it.
Psyduck and Golduck could be psychic type.
I always wondered why isn't it psychic type? It doesn't really make any sense to me. Like, we have Slowbro being psychic type, which I love Slowbro, but it makes more sense for that to be mono water and for Golduck to be psychic than vice versa.
This is one of the more infamous examples in this video. Always tormented by headaches, it uses psychic powers, but it is not known if it intends to do so.
Bro's so stupid it didn't realize it wasn't psychic type. Bro's too dumb to realize that it's not psychic type.
A Golduck is an adept swimmer. It sometimes joins competitive swimmers in training. It uses psychic powers when its forehead shimmers with light. And Psyduck has freaking Psy in its name. There's gonna be a lot of Pokemon.
Yeah, this is weird. I mean, I'm sure they have a reason. And I guess not every Pokemon needs to be a type that, you know, would make sense for it. Like, a lot of people say Luxray should be Electric Dark, but I don't think Luxray should be Electric Dark. I feel like Electric makes sense for Luxray. People mostly just say that it should be Electric Dark because, like, it looks a bit edgy.
In this video, where there's a clear reason why they don't have the type that I'm suggesting. They already have 2 types that make as much or more sense. Like Charizard with Dragon. Psyduck and Golduck are not one of those Pokemon. You could just slap Psychic on there so easily. Krabby and Kingler could add the Bug type.
Okay. For some reason, I was thinking like, oh, you could put Steel on this. And I'm like, wait, what am I talking about? I guess you. Now, I like water only for Kingler. I
Crabs
think that's good.
are bugs. The bug type
What?
encompasses
Wait, crabs are bugs? Hold on. What? Crabs are bugs? What? I didn't know that. They're the bugs of the sea. Really? I didn't know that.
This is Arthropods, a phylum that includes insects, arachnids, and crustaceans. We already have several bug-type crustacean Pokemon, and crabs are the most famous crustaceans of all.
Yeah, I guess I didn't realize that Gallipods and Crustle are both bugs and that they're so similar.
Voltorb and Electrode could gain the Steel type.
Yeah, makes sense. They are like they are modeled after a Pokeball.
For many years, I felt that just because they looked like Pokeballs didn't necessarily mean that they were made of the same material, which by all accounts appears to be some kind of metal. But then we got their Hisuian forms, wooden to match the Pokeballs used in Legends Arceus, and thus they were grass type. Therefore, if they're
My completely unbiased take is Mega Absol should be Dark/Fairy.
Dark Fairy would make it crazy good. I feel like that would be a huge buff for Mega Absol too. I wonder why they didn't do that for like Mega Absol Z. They had their opportunity to wait. Oh, it's Ghost. Wait, isn't Mega Absol a Ghost Dark? Yeah, it is Ghost Dark. Actually, no, that makes sense. So if they made regular Absol Dark Fairy, it would be a massive buff for Absol. Ghost Dark is really sick for it too. Mega Absol Z's kind of fire. I totally forgot that it existed though. I completely forgot the Z Mega Evolutions existed. Like, I just remembered Mega Lucario Z exists. They didn't really do anything with those guys, huh? Like, I mean, I know they were in the game, but like, I don't think I used any of them in the game. Did they release the Garchomp yet? Is that even out yet? Oh, they did. I think they did like an event for it. I completely forgot those even existed.
matching the material of the time, then they could absolutely be metal themselves.
Absolutely. We were just speaking on the subject.
Happiny, Chansey, and Blissey
It'd be fairy type, right? Dude, normal fairy for Blissey would be... Oh my god, it'd be insane.
could all be fairy type. Not only are they pink, which is nice, but they're centered around happiness and healing, a common theme among fairy types. Pinsir could add the fighting type.
Oh yeah, I mean, he's got so many fighting type moves. Maybe that would make it a little bit too close to Heracross, but it like spams submission.
It's the counterpart of bug fighting Heracross, and the two are based on different kinds of beetles used in insect fighting. Plus, in every game until Legends ZA, it learns more fighting attacks by level up than bug attacks.
This is so bad. Poor Pinsir. Even though it got a Mega Evolution, I feel like poor Pinsir has just had nothing going for it.
Usually far more. If you include the non-damaging Detect, it's still more fighting moves than bug moves. Gyarados could be Dragon type. Magikarp and Gyarados are inspired by a legend about how carp that leapt over the Dragon Gate would become dragons. Lance and Claire use it, it looks like a Chinese dragon. This thing is a dragon, and yet it is a flying type, and when it Mega Evolves, it turns into a dark type.
He just gets so angry. Like, he's just so angry that he's not a dragon type that he turns into a dark type due to how angry he is. If they made Gyarados Water Dragon, that would be insane. That's such a good type in. Like, it's quad weak to Freeze Dry, yeah, but like, not many Pokemon are running Freeze Dry regardless, and oh my god, it would lose. Not only would it lose its 4 times weakness to Electric, it just wouldn't be weak to Electric in general either. Like, that would be such a massive buff for Gyarados. Gyarados is already good enough though, so that would skyrocket it.
What are we doing? Ridiculous. Kabuto and Kabutops could be bug type.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Would that be a buff for it though? Instead of water or instead of rock? I guess that all the fossils have to be rock because that's just what fossils are until Gen 8, and they were like, maybe not. Maybe we don't actually have to do that anymore.
They're based on Trilobites and Europterids, respectively, which are extinct.
How does Dragon Water resist ice? It doesn't. Did I say resisted ice? Did I say that? I'm gonna say, I don't know why I would say that.
Arthropods. And as already discussed, Arthropod equal bug. Aerodactyl could be dragon type.
Yeah, if they didn't have to be rock type, then Aerodactyl could definitely be dragon.
Flying lizard looking monster, Lance uses it, and it doesn't really have anything rocky about it until it Mega Evolves.
It's literally just because it's a fossil, that's really it. They were like, oh, all the fossils gotta be rock type because they're fossils, obviously.
Dratini, Dragonair, and Dragonite would all work as water types. All 3 are explicitly stated to live in the water, and Dragonite is even called the Sea Incarnate. Mewtwo could
Wait, why did they call him that? There's so many other Pokemon that would make more sense for that.
be dark type. Mewtwo is far too powerful. We have failed to curb its vicious tendencies.
I think that dark in Japanese is just like evil type, which feels, a bit mean to have Pokemon that are just like, yes, you are the evil type, aren't you, evil creature? Evil demon bad guy.
It's Mew, but stronger and crucially, meaner. So adding the dark type would have been perfect. Plus, the dark type is translated as the evil type in Japanese, and while the true villains of the Mewtwo story are the scientists who created it, he did kind of blow up some people. They arguably deserved it, but it's still that's a dark type thing still.
It would also be interesting to make it like the counterpoint to Mew, where Mew is like, represents like the light side of psychic, and Mewtwo is like the dark side of psychic when human science goes too far and we meddle in God's creation. We ruin everything.
There's a nice balance to this. Mew works as a fairy type. Cute, sprightly, good-natured, and would now get a type advantage over Mewtwo. I've long felt Meganium could have been fairy type.
Yeah, I love that they made Mega Meganium fairy type. I think that's a big buff for it. Even though it is quad weak to poison and it is now weak to steel, just being able to use like stab fairy type moves is really good.
And before its mega evolution, its aroma calms aggressive feelings, which is the same thing Sylveon does. Politoed could gain the normal type. We'll never get a sound type because normal covers it. Exploud, Meloetta, Audino, Chatot, Obstagoon, DJ Rotom and Pokopia, Hyper Voice, Boom Burst, Sing, most of the other moves, soundproof blocks. I could go on, but you get the idea.
Yeah, I honestly don't see them adding a new type just in general ever again. I mean, you could say like, oh, but what about Stellar type? But Stellar type's not really a proper type. It's just like an add-on to the gimmick of that generation. I don't even know if they were gonna add a new type, what they would even do at this point. Star type, nuclear type. That's why they took down Pokemon Uranium, because they were like, we wanted to add nuclear. Now we can't add a nuclear type. What are we gonna do? I don't even know what they would add.
If it's sound related and doesn't have another element overriding it, like grass whistle.
Light? I don't know. I feel like fairy works is the counterpart to dark. So we already kind of have like a light type.
Then it's normal type. Most of Politoed's dex entries discuss its singing, calling, and croaking. It's noisy, so it's a sound type. I mean normal type. Actually, while we're here, let's do one fell swoop, knocking out all of the heavily sound-related Pokemon that are not already normal type, and thus could be. Those are Chingling, Chimecho, Kricketot, Kricketune, Maractus, Primarina.
Maractus! Let's go! Maractus mentioned! Yes! Woo! Huge. Sick. Primarina being Water Fairy is so good for it, though. Water Fairy is such a good type for Primarina.
Kamo-O, Rillaboom, and Toxtricity. Umbreon could be
Yeah, Kamo could be, like, Dragon Normal. That wouldn't be weird. I guess because they had Drampa, Dragon Normal in the same generation, they're like, I don't want to do that twice. I don't know why Umbreon isn't Poison type. I mean, I kind of get it. There's no dual type evolutions, but they talk about Umbreon having, like, Poison Stingers in the Pokedex entries, I think.
Poison type because when agitated, this Pokemon protects itself by spraying poisonous sweat from its pores. Fun fact, this is a reference to the fact that Umbreon was Poison type in the 1997 Nintendo Space World demo.
Oh, really? Because, I mean, it's like a moon-based Pokemon. I don't know why they plan for it to be Poison originally and then, like, switch it up.
Dunsparce and Dudunsparce could be Ground type, since they live underground and literally have drills for tails.
I feel like that would be kind of a buff. Ground normal? That feels okay as a type in.
Snubbull and Granbull could be normal type, because they were before. Plus, they're mostly just animals.
Yeah, they're just like a normal dog. It really is, it's just a dog.
That happened to be a little pink. I feel like normal.
Yeah, why is Granbull even a fairy in the first place?
Actually made more sense. Lugia should be water type.
What would you get rid of, though? It would be like Water Psychic, right? Yeah, I've never understood why Lugia. The only reason I can think of that Lugia is a flying type is that it has wings and it flies. But, like, that's not the end-all, be-all of what makes something a flying type. Garchomp can fly. Like I said, Jet Engine. He's not got Levitate, and he's not flying type, but he can fly. Yeah, they gotta change this. Psychic makes way more sense for Lugia to keep. And then, obviously, Water, it's the sea person. It's the sea guy. Just makes sense.
Diving Pokemon. Guardian of the Seas. Look how much frickin' water there is when you find it. I said Psyduck and Golduck might be the most infamous examples in this video. Lugia probably passes them. Celebi could be fairy type. This.
Yeah, that's a fairy. Don't we call them like the Pixies? All the Mew adjacent Pokemon, like Victini and Celebi and Manaphy, they could all be fairy type in theory, right? Because they all like little pixies. That it would make sense for them. You could make Victini fire fairy. Why is Victini psychic anyway? There's probably a reason. I'm not getting into it. I don't really care about Victini that much. Manaphy, water fairy. Makes complete sense. Just look at the little thing. Grass fairy, Celebi, makes complete sense. Psychic fairy or steel fairy, potentially. Why is Jirachi a steel type? Psychic fairy on Jirachi? Yep, looks about right to me.
Is a fairy. Like, look at it. It's a little thing with wings. If it wasn't already grass psychic type, it
Fairy wasn't a thing when it was released. Yeah, but they could change it. Why is Jirachi a steel type? I'm trying to think of like why that would be.
would have
Is it made of steel?
been a fairy type once they added it. They just didn't want to like overwrite psychic. They could only overwrite normal. Be brave.
Yeah, you could change some of the old types. Why not change this one too? No one's gonna kick up a fuss, and it makes more sense.
Could have had a grass fairy. That's what it is.
Haha! It is I, Grunty Boy, and oh, ow.
You okay?
Oh, I like how he has like a special grunty boy, like jacket or not jacket, a jumper.
Just a minor injury. I was riding my bike with headphones in and thus couldn't hear my surroundings.
Oh, and you crashed?
No, actually, I was mobbed by a pack of feral hogs.
Oh.
Which you would have been able to
Well, maybe you
hear
would have heard
had
them
you
coming if
been
had
able
the
to hear your
essential open earbuds
surroundings.
From Raycon,
Of course.
the sponsor of today's video.
They sit just outside your ear canal, giving you clear sound but still allowing you to hear the world around you.
I bet
They
that
also have
sounds so
flexible
good.
around the ear hooks, giving you a secure fit.
Ah, very comfortable, very
It'll
light.
never ever come up.
Unlike the Who.
I mean, come off your ear. It'll never come off your ear.
They've got 36 hours of battery life,
36?
multi-point connection. They're fantastic. I find them particularly useful when doing work outside, so I can enjoy my music while still being able to hear if my fiance calls to me. Or I could also hear any approaching packs of feral hogs.
Oh, good. You gotta watch out for those.
The essential
There's a
open
lot these
earbuds
days,
are the perfect
apparently.
addition to your everyday routine.
So many feral
Go to
hogs.
buyraycon.com/MNJTV open to get 15% off. Thanks to Raycon for sponsoring.
You heard them, guys?
Fantastic. I'm definitely getting a pair.
Good.
Get yourself a pair of
Before
Raycon
you go, I just
and use MNJTV's code. It's right there.
realized you said it was a minor injury, yet you dealt with an entire pack of feral hogs?
Turns out I can handle myself. By the way, unrelated, I'm having a barbecue next weekend. You should come. I'm making pork chops. Ta-ta!
Sableye could
There's so much hog to use up now.
be rock type. Gems and crystals are part of its body, made even more abundantly obvious in its mega form. Trapinch, Vibrava, and Flygon could all be bug types because they're based on antlions, an insect whose larval stage.
Yeah, I just made me remember how pathetic Vibrava is as a Pokemon. Oh my god, Vibrava sucks so much. I don't think, when it evolves into Vibrava, it doesn't actually get like a stat boost, does it? I think it just redistributes some stats. It doesn't actually get any stronger. God, Vibrava sucks so much. Its attack goes down. Trapinch's attack is higher than Vibrava. Vibrava's such a bad Pokemon.
Builds pit traps like Trapinch, but once they metamorphose, they look more like dragonflies.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that. That's sick.
But that's not all. They got a few that work. You could also argue normal because of the sounds Vibrava and Flygon's wings make. And of course, flying works too, since they have wings and
Are there feral hogs in the UK? Yeah, we call them chavs.
can fly. It's frickin' fly gone.
Well, the fly is gone from the typing. Funny jokes, etc. Yep.
Go Team Sky! There are actually quite a few Pokemon that fly using wings that could then, of course, be flying type Pokemon. There are reasons that they're not, of course. They might have two other types that make more sense, but not all of them do. And Levitate offers you kind of a way around this. But if they were flying type, they wouldn't need Levitate and could have a different ability. I'm not saying this should happen, but let's just go ahead and cover the Pokemon that could be flying type because they use wings to fly. They gotta have wings. They're just floating. Is that really flying?
Does Garchomp have wings? I guess it doesn't. It just, wait, how does Garchomp fly? It must have wings.
It's flying type, not floating type. Beedrill, Venomoth, Dustox, Volbeat, Illumise. Those last two ones are weird, by the way. Like, they're just pure bug. Why?
I guess they didn't want to like overload too many bug flying types because there's already so many bug flying types to begin with. Maybe the wings are, I guess they can fly with the wings. I was gonna say, maybe it's like, maybe it's one of those situations where the wings are there, but they don't really work.
Aren't they bug flying? They fly. Latias, Latios, Hydreigon, Volcarona,
Why are Latios and Latios Psychic type? I guess because they're like emotion-based Pokemon.
Reshiram, Zekrom, Decidueye, Vikavolt, Cutiefly, Rabombi, Drampaw, Flapple, Dreepy,
Drapa's wings? I didn't realize that. Sorry, I wasn't aware. I'm learning this for the first time now.
Dracloak, Dragapult. Those last ones do have wings.
What? Where?
Their heads are
they have like plain wings.
planes. The wings don't flap, but they're wings. Roaring Moon and Pheasantipity. Should they be flying type? Some of them, yes. Volbeat and Illumise, 100%. But this specific exercise is less about should and more could. There will be a lot in this video that are definitely should. Corfish and Crawdont are crayfish, which are arthropods and thus bug type. Lileep and Cradilly could be a couple things
Why is Crawdont dark type? Did it just get really angry when it evolved?
grass and rock. They live on the seafloor, so
They could be water type.
water is a fair fit.
Grass water, if fossils didn't have to be rock type, grass water would make a lot of sense for this. And also it would be really good typing.
But poison arguably works better, particularly for Cradilly, since it melts the prey with a strong acid.
Ew, gross. Cradilly has always freaked me out. I have never liked this guy. This thing is it's just, I can't even talk.
Does that remind you of another grass poison type?
We melt our prey with a strong acid after consumption? Yeah, but like, that's afterwards. Oh my God, they pre-digest? Is that weird? Yeah, that's weird. That's weird and makes me uncomfortable and I don't like it.
Anorith and Armaldo could be water type. Anorith lived in the sea, and while Armaldo moved to land, it still hunted in the sea. Plus, they always get at least one water move by leveling up. Milotic could be fairy type.
Oh, this would be so good. Again, Water Fairy is such a good typing.
Previously discussed actual and potential fairy types, it excels at soothing negative emotions. Absol would frankly be really cool as a fairy type, especially...
Yeah, we were talking about that before, how Mega Absol should be part fairy. And honestly, it would be sick too. I feel like that would make it a lot better.
Mega Absol with its wings. It warns of disaster.
No, people are like, Mega Absol has wings. It should be a flying type, actually. I bet someone's made that argument too. Someone like, yeah, Mega Absol should be flying type. It has wings. It looks like an angel. Mega Absol is so cool. I wish it was better. Like, it's okay. I just wish it was better.
To help, but is misunderstood as the cause of them, which feels like the perfect way to combine dark and fairy. Glalie could be rock type. Glalie has a body made of rock.
Yeah, you know what? That makes sense. I was a bit skeptical when you said it initially, but you know what? It makes a lot of sense.
Which it hardens with an armor of ice. Nice and easy. Love Disc could be water fairy. Pink, heart.
There's a lot of water types that could be fairy. It's been revealed that water is kind of fairy adjacent as a type.
Love, duh. Cranidos.
Like Alamomola, you could say the same thing as well.
Rampardos could be steel type. This requires a bit of explaining, but I feel very strongly about this.
Okay.
Their counterparts, Shieldon and Bastiodon, are indeed steel type, but their dex entries never explicitly state that they have any metal on their bodies, only that their faces are extremely hard, even harder than steel. Cranidos and Rampardos are the same. Cranidos' fossils are described as iron ball-like, and both have an entry that says its skull is as hard as iron.
What's more durable? What's harder, iron or steel? If you have a face harder than steel and then something as hard as iron, like who wins in this scenario? If Rampardos is headbutting a Bastiodon, who wins? I would assume the Bastiodon wins here. But Rampardos has 165 attacks, so we can't discount it just yet.
Rampardos even has one that says the same thing as the Bastiodon one I mentioned. That it's harder than...
so now it's harder than steel. Wait, so it's as hard as iron, then it's harder than steel. Which one is it, Pokemon? You're all over the place with this. Durability matters.
Steel. If Shieldon and Bastiodon get to be steel type because of their extremely hard heads, then why don't Cranidos and Rampardos get to be steel type for the exact same reason? Miss Magus could be...
Would that be good? I feel like that would be good because Ironhead would go crazy on Rampardos with a 165 attack. God, I wish Rampardos was like a tad faster. Oh, it's so disappointing. Like, it could be so good. It's like a glass cannon. They invested everything into attack It's like going to the gym and only doing biceps. Like, you're gonna look really funky and be functionally useless because you got no other muscles anywhere else. Give Rampardos a Cell Rock. Why does it not have a Cell Rock? I guess it's kind of like a Lichen Rock type of thing, but yeah, I mean, they should give it
Psychic type.
a lot more Pokemon, honestly. A Cell Rock is a really good move.
Because it is a witch. And witch Pokemon have been psychic type more than once. Drapion could be bug type. It was one in its pre-evolved form, and it didn't stop being a scorpion. It just got...
Yeah, why did it become Dark type? I mean, it's a great typing. Poison Bug for Drapion, Poison Dark for Drapion, really good. But why? Why is it? Why? And it's used by Aaron in the Elite Four in Sinnoh. He's the Bug type guy, but he doesn't, it's not, his ace isn't even a Bug type. That's his ace. Like, I know people will be like, oh, Flint has 17 Steelixes and a Lopunny. What's he doing? True, but at least Flint's ace is a fire type.
Meaner. Finneon and Lumineon must be fairy type. It's crazy that they're not. Their fins look like butterfly wings. And guess what fairies tend to have? Also, fairy kinda serves as the light type. What with dazzling gleam and light of ruin and moonlight and twinkle tackle, and these fish glow and have neon in their names.
And Moon Blast. Guess what the moon reflects? That's right, light.
Lumineon is luminous plus neon. Nothing about its name is even fish. These
I love a good Pokemon-related crash out. It's so funny.
Pokemon are so forgettable, and maybe they wouldn't be if they'd gotten fairy type in Gen 6.
Such a valid crash out, that too.
Like they should have. Electivire could be a fighting type.
Yep, that would make sense. It's kind of weird that it's not, I suppose.
Since it uses its electrified fist to beat down opponents.
It is literally, Electivire is like an electric guy that just fist fights. That's what he looks like. His forearms are huge.
Yanmega could be dragon type because it is a dragonfly. And sure, so is Yanma, but like, Yanmega's really got the dragon vibes, like the spikes, the teeth.
I feel like Yanmega needs something else going on there. Like, I know it has speed boost, but it really feels a bit useless despite its really cool design.
It's pretty dragon. Cresselia could be fairy type. I know Psychic and Fairy have a lot in common, but this is the Moon Pokemon. And do you know what types of move Moonlight and Moonblast are?
Do you know what types of move?
Samurott could and should have been fighting type. It is a warrior that wields a pointy weapon. Does that remind you of anyone else? Basculin could be dark type.
Yeah, that guy's a prick. No, I could definitely see that. That guy is a prick.
It's basically Unnovan Carvana. I really think this only applies to the blue and red stripe versions though. White Stripe's gentle demeanor is better suited to just pure water and works better with its evolution into the not dark type Basculegion.
I didn't realize that this version of Basculin had a more gentle demeanor. This is news to
Plus,
me.
if the originals were water dark, then it would actually be a type change from them to the regional variant. White Stripe Basculin is the only regional variant that doesn't change types from its original forms.
It just looks a bit different. What was the point of this? Wait, and Basculegion has like a male and a female version of it. Why didn't they just keep the red and why didn't they just keep these two stripes and just have them be gender variations? They could have done that so easy. What's the point of White Stripe Basculin? He doesn't look as mad. I guess he looks kind of chill. He looks like he's hit his head on something, to be honest.
Lilligant could be fairy type. Its counterpart Whimsicott got it, and it's unfortunate that it was left behind.
It would be more of like I was gonna say it would be more of like a physical one, but I guess that's Hisui and Lilligant is the physical one.
And like several others discussed so far, its fragrance is relaxing. Good enough for me. Darmanitan could be fighting type.
Oh, that would be. It also makes sense because, you know, once it changes into its Zen mode, it becomes Psychic type, so it's kind of like the counterpart to Fighting type.
It doesn't have many different dex entries, but a common recurrence is mention of its punches obliterating dump trucks, which is a funny phrase considering the modern slang usage of the term dump truck.
Can obliterate a dump truck. It's also funny because Darumaka talks about, you know, how people use its warm poop in their pockets to keep it. And there's like so many other things that could keep your hands warm. We have hand warmers. Like there's just so many other things you could use apart from the droppings of a Darumaka.
Fighting would then also create a nice duality with its Zen mode form's Psychic type. However, that form also could have been a rock type. Because
it does look like a rock.
Literally a stone statue. No changes to the Galarian forms though. The standard mode is gentle and makes no mention of punches, and its Zen mode form is Ice Fire, which is insanely cool and perfect and should never be touched. I wanted that type for years. It was so...
We should get more Ice Fire types. It's a very interesting concept.
Cool when we got it. Yamask and Cofagrigus could be steel type.
Yeah, they are made of... I guess that's more of like a human design. How did the Cofagrigus, like, how was this thing born?
Galarian Yamask and Runerigus are ghost ground, because the hunk Yamask holds and the slab Runerigus inhabits are made of clay.
Return the slab.
While none of Unovan Yamask's dex entry.
Anyone ever watched that episode of Cards of Cowardly I'm so sorry.
Specify the material the mask is made of, Cofagrigus is stated to be covered in pure gold, and Yamask's mask appears similar. Steel is a bad name for what should be called the metal type, and gold is metal, so if you got gold on your body, you can be a steel type. Audino could be fairy type. Not only does it mega evolve into a fairy type, but it's associated with healing. Similarly, Alomomola could be fairy type because, once again, healing. Clink.
That would actually it would make Alomomola a lot better too. Clink Clank, is it gonna say electric for these guys? I felt like steel made a lot of sense for them. I don't know, are they using electricity to move the gears?
Clang and Clink Clang could be electric type. They
do have a lot of electric type moves. You know what annoys me? Is that Nose Pass isn't electric type, even though it like spams Zap Cannon. I feel like it could so easily. And Probopass could also be steel electric type. I don't know if that would make it better necessarily, but it would at least make it more, it would make it make more sense with its moveset.
About as many electric moves as steel moves, are the only non-electric types to get the abilities plus and minus, and Cling Clang literally has dex entries dedicated to talking about how they blast electricity. We're about 2/3 of the way through, so now seems like a good time to say that if you subscribe to my channel, you will get 2/3 happier.
What?
That kind of sounds like I'm saying you'll be
2/3
as happy as you were before, like you'll get less happy. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying like
that's 66% happier than I was previously. Let me hit the like button. I'm already subscribed. Let me hit the like button.
2/3 of however happy you are right now, you like add that on top, you'll get much significantly, like 66% happy, like a percentage boost. Golurk could be flying type. I didn't mention it in that group earlier because that was reserved for Pokemon.
Because it can fly. It's a rocket.
Despite not having wings, does indeed fly.
And it could turn into a tank for, sorry, not a tank, a cannon for some reason.
In fact, I think toward the end of Team Sky's Unova adventure, it was the only team member to actually know the move fly. Braviary should
What? That is really funny.
Be fighting type. I know it took them a while to expand their definition of the fighting type beyond like humanoid Pokemon that do martial arts, but come on. The more scars they have, the more respect these brave soldiers of the sky get from their peers.
Their peers. This whole dex entry kind of gives the vibe of, you know, when Americans see someone in the army and they're like, thank you for your service, thank you so much. Like, it kind of feels like that a little bit.
For the sake of its friends, this brave warrior of the sky will not stop battling, even if injured. Also, it gets superpower as an Evo move, can learn close combat, reversal, and bulk up. It's essentially a different looking version of Mega Staraptor, a fighting...
God, Mega Staraptor is so sick. Honestly, regular Staraptor could also just be fighting type.
Flying type. And yet, it's got the same typing as Unpheasant. Flabebe, Floet.
God, Unpheasant is so... dick. God, why did they do that?
And Florges could be grass type, literally flowers. Plus, then they'd actually get use out of their flower veil ability in single battles. More on that in my 21 Pokemon with useless abilities video. Skiddo and Go-Goat.
As a Brit, the only person we thank is bus drivers.
I mean, it's just polite, you know?
Type. I've trained myself out of it now, but for a long time, I would mistakenly call these Pokemon grass normal type because of Litleo, Pyroar, Helioptile, and Heliolisk. They're all early Kalos Pokemon with similar design aesthetics that are generally pretty regular animals. Plus, Helioptile, Litleo, and Go-Goat were all revealed before X and Y launched. They seemed like they should form a sort of trio, yet Skiddo and Go-Goat end up pure grass. I don't know, kind of feels like normal should have been given to all of them.
I think that would help them too. Like if they had stab normal type moves, like body slam, even like stomp, it would help them output a little bit more damage because grass is your only offensive stab it is a little bit of a struggle. It's not like the best offensive stab there.
Or none of them. Clauncher and Clawitzer could be bug type. Pistol Shrimp, Arthropods, bug type. But do you know what else are arthropods? That I didn't know were arthropods until I started writing this video? Barnacles! Therefore, Binacle and Barbarical could also be bug type. Weirder fit for sure.
That would be quite strange.
But I don't
I feel like, what, water bug? I feel like the rock is good for it, though.
control
When
the
you picture barnacles, you're picturing like sea floor, sea rock.
taxonomy. Goomy could be water type.
Yeah, that would make sense. It evolves in the rain, guys. It spams like muddy water. It evolves in the rain. Why is it not a water type? What's going on?
Its body is mostly water, which I guess is technically true for us as well. But it lives in wet places, it gets unhealthy if it dries out, and it learns like all the water moves. By extension, Sliggoo and Goodra could be water type as well. Sliggoo,
Goomy in the rain. I got Goomy on my brain. Can't stop thinking about Goomy all day. If you think about the song, you got Goomy in the rain. Should Goomies be water type? Maybe.
literally requires rain to evolve into Goodra. However, I think they could also be poison type. Sliggoo's
That would make sense. They do seem like quite poisony too.
mucus can dissolve anything. And while Goodra's slime
Honestly, Goodra could have just been straight up water poison type and been a water poison type pseudo legendary and not dragon. Like the last evolution does look somewhat more dragon-like, but you could have gone the water poison route and been like, you know what? No dragon pseudo this time. We're going a little bit wacky off the rails with it.
is only ever referred to as sticky, not acidic, it'd be weird if only the pre-evolution could be dragon poison. But dragon water probably makes the most sense for all three. Incineroar could be fighting type. Look, I know the last thing anyone wants is another firefighting star.
Yeah, I was like, they couldn't do that. When they revealed Incineroar to like stand up and also was like a bit of a wrestler, people were like, oh no, oh no, it's gonna be fighting type, no.
But it is a wrestler. Like,
Yeah, it does make sense. Like, they wouldn't do it, but I could see it.
I would watch it fight a Halucha on pay-per-view. Toucanon could be fire type. Its signature
Ooh, I mean, it has Beak Blast, that's true.
move is Beak Blast, which involves heating up its beak to over 212 degrees Fahrenheit and literally causing burns.
It also, unfortunately, causes burns to itself because it didn't realize that it's not a fighting type and thus cannot really tank it. How unfortunate. But you know what's not unfortunate? The fact that you can use code Patterrz to save money on your Gamer Subs purchases, be that caffeinated or caffeine-free beverages, fantastic merchandise, the card game that I have, that they have on Gamer Subs, or much, much, much more. You can go and check it out, and you can use code Patterrz to save money as well. Wow!
And sure, that's heat, not fire, but it also gets flame charge, heat wave, overheat, and temper flare.
Gets overheat? Why does it get overheat for? Like, I understand heat wave, like it heats up its beak and it can like flap its wings. Like spouting fire out of its mouth feels a bit weird.
It at least would have been more interesting than flying normal. It's like, yeah, I would have copied Talonflame, but like from Gen 6 onward, the regional birds have interesting secondary typings, except
Apart from Toucanon. And honestly, Toucanon looks so pissed off about it too. Just look at this guy's face. He's not happy.
Toucanon. It's just normal again, and that's lame. Zarina could be fighting type. Kicking is its whole thing. Pyukumuku could be poison type. It's a little odd that its signature move, Purify, is poison type, while it is not. Also, it uses its guts to do stuff, which is
Like stomach acid, in it's out, it's in it's come out. What is it getting hit by? Stomach acid, poison, you know, that would make
like
sense.
not explicitly poisonous, but I feel like it would be. Like if I threw my stomach acid at you, you'd be in bad shape.
Yeah, I guess. It's a nasty thought though, isn't it?
Comfey could be grass type because flowers again. Delmise could clearly be steel type.
Or I guess water because it's part of a ship. I guess it's the seaweed though, right? Wait, it's seaweed. It could easily be water type. It could be steel type because it's an anchor. It could be grass type because it's a weed. It could be water type because it's a seaweed. There's just a lot going on here. But also it's ghost because it's like possessed. Like it could be a lot of different things.
While it is technically the possessed seaweed controlling the anchor is more than enough for steel to make sense.
And what does it mean, the soul of seaweed? What do you mean seaweed has a soul? Is that something I have to consider when I'm having some ramen now? How many souls have gone into this ramen? We got the egg. We got I guess that's not really a soul. We got the broth, which is made of like chicken or something. We got the pork chashu. Is there souls in noodles too? The seaweed has souls?
In fact, it works so well that it got a signature ability, Steel Worker, which gives it the stab boost for its steel moves, such as...
I guess that was kind of their workaround. They were like, this guy should really be like a few different types. It's got like 4 different types it could be. We'll give it Steelworker so it gets stab on another type, but we can't really justify adding 3 types into one Pokemon.
Signature move, Anchor Shot, thus becoming the first Pokemon to kinda have 3 types. At least it does offensively. Levitate doesn't count, by the way. Like, oh yeah, Delmise is offensively 3 types, but Levitate Pokemon are defensively 3, and that's not true. Levitate only gives you the flying type's ground immunity, but none of the other weaknesses and resistances. Also, I wanted to mention Bombardier. Bombardier, like, that's gotta be how it's said. It just like, it feels less natural to say. Does get its own version.
Bombardier? Oh yeah, that Bombardier. You see how you say like Bombardier, of course.
Version of Steelworker for rock type attacks called Rocky Payload. But I am not giving it rock type in this video because it just carries the rocks. They aren't part of its body. Plus, it can have other abilities while Delmise always has Steelworker.
Why is Bombardier dark type? Wait, that's so confusing to me. That doesn't make any sense. I mean, it throws rocks, yeah, but why is it dark?
Krozma could be dark type, at least in its base form.
Yeah, because it has no light. That makes sense. Also, Ultra Necrozma, don't know why it's psychic. It could be fairy because that's more representative of like a light type. So it kind of make a bit more sense. Once it's full of light, it's fairy type. Once it's got no light, it's dark type. Light and dark. I don't know. I feel like that makes more sense than psychic.
It is a dark prism that eats light. It is painfully, literally dark. And yet, here we are, just psychic. Zeraora could be fighting type. While its dex entries mainly discuss its claws and running, its signature move is Plasma Fists. And it gets a lot of fighting moves, both by level up.
What did Mega Zeraora get? I did not pay attention to Mega Zeraora whatsoever. What ability? Oh, we haven't seen its ability yet. And it didn't even change typing either. They should give it Iron Fist. At the very least, allow it to boost up Plasma Fist. What's its regular ability anyway? Volt Absorb? Ugh. Like, surely we give it Iron Fist. Or something to boost up its offensive capabilities.
And TM. And look! It's even wearing workout capris. Inteleon could be dark type. Dark is associated not just with aggression, but with stealth and sneak attack tactics. For
like Sucker Punch is a sneak attack.
example, Greninja is a ninja and thus a dark type.
Yeah, and Inteleon is like a spy, which is, you know, not like a ninja, but it's not too many degrees away in terms of like special forces from a Greninja, you know, a ninja.
Inteleon is inspired by secret agents, kind of the modern day ninjas in a way. Definitely sneaky though. Like,
yeah, James Bond is a ninja.
Gigantamax Inteleon's literally a sniper. And like, that's like the epitome of sneak attack. They generally don't get to attack back. Clavopus and Grapploct should be water type.
Yeah, I don't, you find them in water. Like, what is going on? It could be like, but it's just like an octopus-like creature that's just fighting, but it's not, it actually hates water. No, you find it in water.
Are octopi that live in the sea. And they learn so many water moves. How?
Yeah, they're not water type.
Galarian, Corsola, and Cursula should be rock type.
Do you know what's insane about Cursula is that 145 special attack. What were they thinking? That's insane. It's so much special attack. It's ridiculous.
Coral reefs are made of calcium carbonate, which is a mineral found in many kinds of rocks. It's secreted by the living coral polyps. And this is why Johtoan Corsola is a rock type. Galarian Corsola and Cursula are dead bleached coral, referring to coral reefs where the polyps are dead or dying, leaving behind only the calcium carbonate. You know, the rock part. The 4 Galar fossil Pokemon are the first
it should definitely be a rock type.
Non-rock type fossils, which I actually prefer. I've never really liked that every fossil Pokemon except these 4 are rock type.
Yeah, it feels too restrictive.
Just because they were revived from a body part that had turned to stone. The reviving is reversing time back to when they were alive before any part of them turned to stone. And sure, some of them are kind of rocky, but definitely not all of them. However, there is precedent for them all being rock type. So while I'm glad it's not the case, rock would have made sense on Arctozolt, Dracozolt, Dracovish, and Arctovish. Hisuian Quillfish and Overquill could be water type. Probably for the best that they're not. I mean, like, it wouldn't be that different from regular Quillfish.
Yeah, Dark Poison is like a super good typing as well.
Like, what would be the point then? But it makes sense.
But it could be.
They're fully aquatic creatures. Armarouge and Ceruledge could be steel type, since their evolution involves donning a suit of metallic armor.
Yeah, they literally look like they are wearing armor. Do you think they can take off the armor? Like, is there a creature underneath the armor? Because if they put it on, they can take it off, right? In theory. There should be like another version of a Charcadet evolution that is just not wearing the armor in the first place. What would it normally regularly evolve into?
Cloth could be bug type, the final arthropod of the video, and fittingly, a crab. Wiglet and Wugtrio could be ground type, since much like their convergent counterparts, they live in the ground and never fully exit it. Palafin could be fighting type, at least in its hero form. How is it not? Earthworm could
it's only water.
be ground
It looks like All Might. It looks like Superman. He fights.
type. Wait, what? Oh, sorry, Earthworm. The earthworm that eats earth and lives underground and learns more ground moves than
And is immune to ground as well.
steel moves could, shockingly, have been a ground type. Greavard could be fire type due to the candle on its head, but its evolution Houndstone makes more sense as a ground type. Maybe rock, because
Make it, because they literally they literally dig holes and they just like sit underground, don't they?
of the stone
That would make
on
sense.
its head and stone in its name, but I think ground is better since it is a skeleton, and bone moves are almost always ground type.
And in the game, when you walk past them, they're in the ground, they bury themselves.
And to finish things out,
That's actually so sad, by the way, is that they bury themselves. That's so sad. Oh my god, I love Houndstone.
the Violet Paradox Pokemon. They are robots.
They all could be steel type. They could all be steel type, every single one. I mean, I'm glad they're not, but they could.
And excluding Miraidon, all their names start with iron, yet only 2 of them are steel types. Thus, Miraidon plus
Like, why is Iron Crown and Iron Tread steel type if none of the other ones are? Like, they should have just dedicated themselves to, okay, we're going to do these robots, but none of them are going to be steel type.
Iron Bundle, Hands, Jugulus, Moth, Thorns, Valiant, Leaves, and
What makes Iron Bundle an ice type apart from the fact that Delibird is? I mean, this is not a Delibird. It's just, I guess they're all like trying to model the originals in a way. They all have a typing that is similar to the originals, but they're different in a way.
Boulder could all be steel type. It'd be less interesting this way, because then you just get a whole bunch of steel types.
I guess, yeah, Cabalion is, but it could be fighting type. It could have been like fighting psychic, I suppose. And Treads could have been. Yeah, wait, why is Tread steel type? Donphan's not steel type. It's ground. It could be like ground. What's Treads? Ground. It could have been ground psychic. It could have been like a physical psychic user. I don't know. It could have been anything, really.
But I think that's more of a knock on the Violet Paradox Pokemon than anything else. Like, you gave us a bunch of robots with iron as their name. Like, the Scarlet ones are just so much more interesting. There are definitely more possible type changes out there, so let me know some of your favorites in the comments below, and thank you so much for watching.
Yeah, Toro just wasn't very good at naming Pokemon. He just wasn't a very creative guy. Anyway, subscribe to M&J TV, please. Links in the description. Get yourself subscribed, and then maybe you can subscribe to more Patterrz too if you'd like to as well.